These three are very vital for you to be a vibrant human being. Your respiratory action and your thought process and your sense of smell will get lowered. Once you generate gas there, your prana between the navel and the pit of the throat will not function as it should, and the dynamism levels in your system will go down. If there are certain types of items, up to 4 hours is okay. Beyond that, you don't touch. It doesn't matter how tasty it is, how nice it is. As the world or as the fools think they are becoming more and more modern, their food gets older and older and older. Fresh food is for the uncivilized. So the simple thing to do for you is maybe 6-7 minutes, let's say, you will see there is a recharge of energy in the system. It could greatly reverse the aging process, which we have in many ways documented through various scientific research and medical universities recording this. For some people, wherever they go, they will pass through smoothly. Have you seen this? You yourself, on a certain day, it looks like the whole world is cooperating with you. On another day, the whole world seems to be standing up against you. Have you noticed this? If there's more oxygen in the blood, suddenly you feel a burst of energy, suddenly everything is active. I'm not telling you eat this way, eat that way, just experiment and see, all right? Just experiment and see.
Do you eat and breathe right? You must know that there is a strong correlation between your well-being and the right type of food and breathing. Sadhguru shares the perspective of yogis on the topic and some tips to stay energetic the whole day. Have a look.
There are various movements within the body, as each individual may know this to some extent. If you're a doctor, you think in terms of blood flowing and others, glandular functions happening, which determines your moods and your experiences. But there is something deeper than that. That is, first thing is the movement of energy, the movement of different vayus in the system. There should be no blockages. So there are vital passages within the body, particularly in the head region. If these passages are blocked, keeping yourself up in an exuberant way is a great effort. So it's in this context, we will spend the next 5 full moons looking at the mechanics of what makes a human being joyful and exuberant. What these vayus means is, because they move everything in the system. Your digestive fires, if they have to move, these panchavayus are needed. Circulation must happen, nutrients must spread across the body, wastes have to be removed from the cellular level. For everything to happen, you need movement. If you stop the movement, then you will see the body will not be able to sustain life. So whether the flow is full flow or is it a restricted or constipated flow, this is the aspect we are looking at. What is the mechanics? What one needs to do? The word vayu literally means that which moves, generally referred to the air. Right now here, the air is moving with force, you can't miss it. It's moving a lot of things along with it. So this aspect which we refer to as vayu is that which moves, it's also an element. Within the body, in a fundamental way, it manifests as 5 basic vayus. Well, if you want to understand it a little more profoundly, it becomes 10. If you want to know every intricacy about it, it becomes 84. But they're too subtle. You will have to spend lifetimes of focus to figure these things out. Generally, if you get the five vayus in place and on, the other things will naturally fire up and function by themselves. If you generate gases below the navel, that is, if you eat certain types of foods, well, we've gone through this for those of you who've been in engineering. If you eat too much of tuberous material like potatoes and other tuberous substances, you will generate gas which is below the navel. Once you generate gas there, your prana between the navel and the pit of the throat will not function as it should, and the dynamism levels in your system will go down. This is one reason those who wish to meditate, those who are students and those who need to focus their mind and stay awake for long periods of time, they should not eat those substances. Another reason this is happening across the world today is, as the world or as the fools think they are becoming more and more modern, their food gets older and older and older. To breathe in the right way, if you watch a child, you would see if a child is asleep, you will see child breathes in such a way, the breath is largely between pit of the throat to the navel. He doesn't expand the lower belly, he just here and here, not this. Some adults might have developed the habit of breathing through the entire belly. Well, if this happens, inertia will come into the body. Fresh food is for the uncivilized. If you're very civilized, you must go to a superstore, buy a box, there's a plastic wrap, take it and throw it, knowing fully well it cannot be biodegraded, and the can is made of something else, usually plastic or aluminum or whatever. From that, if you want, you can heat it in the microwave, which is one more bad thing you're doing, and eat. This may be minimum 3 months old. No, it was in the refrigerator. It is preserved. And they have put preservatives so that it doesn't go bad. That is a double mistake. Now, in the yogic tradition, if you cook anything, maximum within 1.5 hours you must consume it. If there are certain types of items, up to 4 hours is okay. Beyond that, you don't touch. It doesn't matter how tasty it is, how nice it is, you don't touch anything because then you will develop gases in the system. Gas is not only in the stomach that you will feel obviously, but you will develop vayus in the system which will work against your pranavayu. That means your respiratory action and your thought process and your sense of smell will get lowered over a period of time. These three are very vital for you to be a vibrant human being.
Do you feel tired and devoid of energy in your day-to-day activities? Sadhguru shares some tips from the yogic perspective on how to keep your body and mind vibrant and energized throughout the day. Let's hear what he says.
So, building oxygen into the blood is one of the important things because how healthy the body is, how easily it rejuvenates itself depends on a high level of oxygen in the blood. And that capability will go down, particularly women have to be careful on this because of the biological process, that their hemoglobin content may go down and their ability to carry oxygen in the blood will come down, which will make them unnecessarily exhausted, will make them look unintelligent. And yes, if the RBC is low, you feel dumb because there's not enough oxygen in the brain and it doesn't function the way it needs to function, both the body and the brain. So, to take care of this, one of the simple things is you consume a little bit of honey in warm water on a daily basis, and you will see slowly the RBC content will go up. If there's more oxygen in the blood, suddenly you feel a burst of energy, suddenly everything is active, the rejuvenation system in the body is going up, the dead cells are being replaced quickly, the level of inertia that you feel in the body is much lower, the level of inertia that you feel in your mind is much lower. Ojas means it's a non-physical dimension of energy. If sufficient ojas hangs around you, you're well lubricated. You'll pass through the world effortlessly. You will see. For some people, passage through this world is terribly difficult. For some people, wherever they go, they will pass through smoothly. Have you seen this? You yourself, on a certain day, it looks like the whole world is cooperating with you. On another day, the whole world seems to be standing up against you. If you create enough ojas, then you will pass through the world smoothly. Now you're doing Shambhavi. If you're doing it every day, you will develop ojas, some amount of ojas, which will see suddenly everything seems to be facilitated for you, it just happens. If you generate sufficient ojas to wrap every cell in your body with this, well, you will not only be healthy, you will be bouncing healthy. It could greatly reverse the aging process, which we have in many ways documented through various scientific research and medical universities recording this. And above all, well, I'm the living proof that health is not something that you worry about. Health is not some kind of diagnostics for you that you are healthy. It is a way of keeping life in an overflowing sense of exuberance. What the neem does to your system? Well, in more tangible terms, one immediate thing it will do is, it will keep your alimentary tract clean. So within this alimentary tract, there are a whole host of microorganisms. Many of them have turned friendly to us. We are living because of them, we are able to digest food because of them. Many functions in the body happen because of them. But still there are many who are harmful to us. The uniqueness of neem, especially when it is taken along with turmeric, if these two things go together, largely those things which are not necessary for the body, those things which can harm the body, any kind of parasital life which is there, all these things get eliminated. What you should do is, today you start 10% natural food, fruits, vegetables, whatever. Tomorrow make it 20%, 30%, like this. In 9 days you eat 100%. Then you bring it down. Stay in 100… if you have any physical ailment, stay there for 5 to 7 days. If you're a healthy person, stay there for 1 or 2 days and then cut it by 10% every day, bring it down to 50% and hold it there and see. For most people, it'll work at its best. If you want little more or less, you can adjust it accordingly. This is something you have to find your own rhythm within yourself. You can keep this body like breeze, simply it goes ahead of you, you don't have to drag it wherever you go. It must float ahead of you. You can keep it like that with a little bit of yogic practice, very little, I'm saying. If you invest 20-30 minutes a day upon your well-being, you can do this, just putting the right kind of fuel. I'm not telling you eat this way, eat that way, just experiment and see, all right? Just experiment and see. Tonight if you go, instead of eating whatever cooked food, just eat fruits and see. Tomorrow morning you will not need an alarm bell, you will wake up before the alarm bell.
Breathing and eating techniques play a vital role in the life of a human. You must apply the tips shared by Sadhguru in your life, and you will see some fruitful results. Click on the videos shown above to get more wisdom from Sadhguru. Did you like the insights by Sadhguru on the ways to improve your health? What would you like to see in the next video? Share your thoughts in the comments section. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.